Hi, Grandpa Hat here. Today I'm going to show you how to play Harvest Moon by Neil Young. Stay tuned. It's really not a very hard song. You have to tune your guitar into drop D, which means it's standard tuning, except for the bottom E is tuned down to an E or to a D. Okay, there's a few parts to this, little chord progressions that we'll go over, and then we'll put the whole song together, and we'll try to play it together at the end. Okay, it starts out is up on the 10th fret and the 11th fret. You have your index finger on the 2nd string on the 10th fret, and your middle finger on the 11th fret on the 4th string, and you play all 6 strings open, and you emphasize the top string, which is a D note. So it's and then the second part of that is you put your ring finger down on the 12th fret on the 2nd string, so it goes. And then after that, you drop down 1 fret, only the index finger goes on the E string, the 1st string, on the 9th fret. The middle finger goes on the 2nd string on the 10th fret, and the ring finger goes on the 3rd string at the 11th fret, and you play all of them. So putting that together, you go. And then you repeat that. That goes through that 4 times, and that happens several times during the song. So let's. Okay, that starts into the first verse. So after that part, the harmonics there is really done on a steel guitar, but you can do it on a regular guitar by doing some harmonics. And those are the harmonics are on the 12th fret. Actually, the top part of it, you go over the fret here, and it rotates between the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd string. And then the last note of that, you drop down to the 7th fret on the A string, on the 5th string, and that is an E. That's your little run. And then after you do that, then you're going down to an E minor 7th, which normally is just the 5th string 2nd fret and the rest open. But since you're in a drop D, to get that open E note, you have to go to the 2nd fret on the 6th string. So it's like an E minor, only drop down 1 string. So when you're transitioning between you want to try to let that note ring out as much as you can until you get the rest of the chord going. So after you hit that one, I come down on the 6th string and try not to hit the A string, let it ring. And then I hit that note first, and then I bring the ring finger down. I use the 2 middle fingers on. So it sounds like this. that's when you start the vocals. Come a little bit closer, hear what I have to say. And that goes into a D chord. I play it with these, the index finger bridged across the bottom 3 strings on the 2nd fret, and my middle finger on the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and you play all 6 of them since that's a D note. And the emphasis, the low D note is kind of the dominating part of the chord. In fact, during most of the song. So you go. That part, you start out on the D chord and you lift up your middle finger, so it's just those 3 on the 2nd fret on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd string with the rest of the note. And then you move that finger up 1 string, so you're covering 4. And then you put your ring finger down on the 4th fret on the 4th string. So it's and you kind of, between the notes, you kind of mute it by lifting off your hand a little. And then you, after that part, you do the harmonics again. You do that for the 2 times during the first verse, and then the second half of the verse you go to a G chord, which is the 5th fret on the 6th and 5th strings with your ring and your little finger, and then your index finger on the 3rd fret on the 1st string, and the rest of them open. And then you alternate between that and the original thing we started out with. Is going to a it's like an A7 chord with your ring finger slid up, and you play all 6 strings. And you slide it back to the regular A7. You alternate between those 2. Really all of the song, except for when it goes into the harmonica part. So the song goes, you do this part with the harmonics, you come down to the E minor 7th, to the D, you do that twice, then you go to the G, back to that part, do that twice, then you do that part, and that is the way the two verses go. And then when it comes to the harmonica part, you go to, you drop to this one and to the D part. That twice through during the harmonica. Times then you do that part, and then you end it off doing that 4 times, and then it ends on a D chord. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let's go through the song. If you have trouble, you need to go back over the video to see some of the parts on it. Then that's great. The more you look at it, the better. But we'll go through it, and yeah, hopefully you can play along. Come a little bit closer, hear what I have to say. Well, thanks for watching. This is Grandpa Hat. If you like the video, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications so you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. And if you liked it, hit the thumbs up button, and if you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down button. And please leave comments on what you thought and what you'd like to see, and if there's anything I can help you with, I'd be glad to do it. And this is Grandpa Hat. Until next time, see ya.